Hey guys, it's Lydia Warrior 1 here, and today I wanted to show you guys how I store my Pokemon cards. So basically what I'm going to be showing you is how I store my common cards, and I'm going to be showing you how I store my ultra rares and my normal rares and holos. So basically what I do with my common cards for my collection is that I store them in licensed Pokemon binders or the Ultra Pro Big Huge binder, which I currently don't have on me right now. But normally I store them in the Big Huge binder with 9-side sleeves so they don't get scratched. But unfortunately I don't have it here. So quick fix solution, binders you get in stores. So what I basically do is that in these binders, the only cards you will find are commons and uncommons in my Pokemon collection. So right now in this binder, all I have is Ultra Prism cards, because that's the one set I'm focusing on right now. I have bought a pack of Lost Thunder though since it came out, so just a little view of all my cards. So any cards I store in here have the diamond or the circle, including reverse holos. So those will always be found in my big binders. Now, my rares and my ultra rares, or not my ultra rares, just my rares and my holos, I store them actually in little folders, so the little tiny folders you'll find in stores, or this. I will store my rares, so for example, normal rare, or actually this one's a holo rare. The one right in front is actually a holo rare. I don't know if you can see it on camera. This one behind it, a normal rare. Yeah, okay. So normal rares will be stored in like this, and then my holos actually, before they go in this so they don't get scratched, I store them in a separate sleeve so that the back of the card does not get scratched while it's rubbing against the other card. For example, see? You can see the holo pattern a little bit. So I store, the sleeves I use are Ultra Pro. You could get a whole bunch of them on Amazon for like, I think you can get 5 packs of 100 sleeves for like $5, I think. $5 to $10. They're really cheap. So, but they do an amazing job and they're very high quality. So that's how I store my my rares and my ultra rares, or holo rares. I call them ultra rares, but they're not. So I'm actually going to show you guys the process I go through with storing my ultra rares. So, for example, I just got this card recently at a convention from a pack. I pulled a Duskmane Necrozma. Get a whiff of that. Fortunately, it's going to be backwards because cameras, but it's in pretty good condition with how I've stored it. There's no lines or anything on the back. There's no smudges, and I'm being very careful not to get any fingerprints on the front. So the way I store a card, basically, this applies for holos as well, is you grab an Ultra Pro sleeve in my book and just carefully slide it in without touching the front. Give it a little wiggle, and now it's in the sleeve. So that's how you store. That's how I store my holos. I take one step further, 2 steps further actually, but I don't have any of my last step on me. I actually grab Ultra Pro top loaders. Well, pardon me while I drop mine. An actual top loader. I use this to store my my ultra rare cards and basically any GXs, full arts, anything that's higher than holo. So sometimes even the promos, because I consider those like, ooh, you get these ones. So basically what I do is you open the top loader very carefully from in the middle, because that's where it's the most bendable. And then you take your sleeve card and you very carefully put it in the middle so it'll stay open, and then you gently push it on the top until it's in. Careful not to scrape the sides. Of course it's in a sleeve, so now that it's in, the sleeve's in completely. Now you just take it and you tap it until it's completely at the bottom and completely straight. That way you don't risk the card. You can do it on a table or on your hand. Doesn't matter. There we go. So now it's completely in the sleeve, in the top loader, and now it has a lower chance of coming out. So my third step that I normally do once it's in the top loader is actually the tins that you can buy at Walmart or any store or anything, any metal tin from Pokemon. I actually line them up sideways like this in the tin. That way, and then I put the tin on top. That way it keeps them from having dust getting to them in through the little slit. You can also get Ultra Pro little bags that you can put an individual top loader in, and then that will also keep it from being dusty, and then you can put that in the tin. But I just put it straight in the tin because there's no dust that's going to get inside of the tin. It'll just collect on the outside, and then when you finally open the tin, your cards will be fine. But the bag is an extra protection in case the dust does somehow get in the tin, if you have a broken tin, for example. But I usually stick with the tins that come from Pokemon because the lid is a lot harder to put on and a lot harder to come off, so the dust will more than likely not go in. That's usually how I store my Pokemon cards. So I just wanted to show you guys how I store it and my recommendations. So I highly recommend getting sleeves from from either the Pokemon Company themselves or Ultra Pro, and then buy Ultra Pro top loaders. I highly recommend these. They're incredibly cheap. They're like $2 to $3, maybe $5 for a pack of like at least 150 of them. So I highly recommend grabbing those. And then just buy yourself a Pokemon tin. You get cards from it. You get a promo card from it anyway, and you get a little card for the online TCG. So I highly recommend getting those. If not, get the bags from Ultra Pro. I'm not sure how much those go for off the top of my head, but it depends. And to get the sleeves from the Pokemon Company, you need to purchase an Elite Trainer box. They come in there, and you get 60 of them per box. That's also a very, very expensive way just to get sleeves. So if you're a stickler and you want Pokemon licensed sleeves, then get the top loaders, the sleeves from the Elite Trainer boxes. But in Canada, for me, that costs $60 before tax just to get my hands on some sleeves. So it's not a good idea. Like I said, I get Ultra Pro sleeves, which you can find those at Walmart in the baseball card section. I unfortunately don't have any luck. And online on Walmart, they're about $15 for a pack, or $5 for a pack. Meanwhile, when I went on Amazon, I found a pack of like 5 of them, so 500 sleeves in total, with a 100 sleeve pack for about $5, maybe $10 to $15 max. Maximum, I think it was 15. I'm not entirely sure, but they came pretty quickly as well. But it could be because I accidentally clicked on 2-day shipping and then canceled it. But at the same time, they came really quickly, like they were already in Canada, so it worked out really well. So I highly recommend getting Ultra Pro sleeves at a hobby store or or online like Amazon. I've had no issues with Amazon yet, so I highly recommend getting them from there. And then just buy a Pokemon tin that's on sale, and you should be golden. That's the cheapest way I suggest getting protecting your cards, and they're very, very effective. So now that I've gotten that away, I have a little surprise that I'm going to explain. So I'm going to actually be in the next video I post, I'm actually going to be opening up a Pokemon box, card box. I'm not going to explain what box it is, but just know that this is a box that's actually really rare in my city, in my area. So I'll be opening that up and then sharing it with you guys, obviously, and hopefully I can get an ultra rare. But it's all about having fun, really. Like I don't mind if I don't get an ultra rare. It's adding to my Pokemon collection, making it bigger. So that's all that really matters. And plus I have fun opening them, so I'm not really a downer when it comes to not getting an ultra rare or a holo. It's like better than luck next time type of thing. It's kind of the lottery. It's a 50-50. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video with another Pokemon, with a Pokemon opening box on the first time. So, see you guys later.